It's me again. It's me right there with my red Versace glasses, prescription glasses. Bet you don't have one of those, Chewy. Anyways, this guy named Chewy, who is Chewy of Nazareth apparently, and it's a picture of Jesus riding a dinosaur, and at 11:38 he uses the word evil, just like let Jesus into you at whatever.com emailed giving goods me that I was evil. So obviously it's the same person. And I say that because this person they misspelled Lenny, but they messaged me about Lenny and hashed and threatened me with the FBI. But as I was saying, at 11:38 on Sunday night, this guy reaches out to Giving Goods and doesn't realize that I am the founder of Giving Goods, a party. It's not an organization. It's not a charity. I just host parties and ask my friends to bring item donations to donate directly to certain nonprofit organizations. Like the first one, I collected about 200 or 300 canned goods for Eastern Area Community Ministry. That was back in 2015. And since then, with the help of my community, this person right here with those beautiful eyes, that person, with their help, collected over 10,000 item donations for various charities in Louisville, such as Forgotten Louisville, which helps the homeless, or St. John's Homeless Center, or St. Joseph's Orphanage, or they're usually Catholic, but I also do secular, like My Dog Eats First, who they feed homeless people's animals. And currently, in a couple weeks, I'll be starting to collect several different item donations for several different charities. This year, for a whole year, I will be collecting item donations for, if I can remember them, free food pantries in South and West Louisville, if I can find some there. Hopefully there are some. Free food pantries. Items like socks and hand sanitizer and stuff like that for the homeless, bottled water packets, especially water packets that give extra hydration. Those are good. What else am I doing? I'm also giving out free baby bottles to fill with change and money to give to an organization called The Little Way. It is a pro-life organization. They give over 1,000 free, what are they called? Those things you look at babies through the belly, sonograms, I don't know. They give free those for, women who have unexpected pregnancies. They also give item donations to new mothers and new fathers who weren't expecting a child but made the right decision to keep the child. I'm also collecting cards to give to both nursing home, elderly, and the armed forces. And I'm also collecting, that's the other one I forgot, cat food, cat toys, dog toys, clean towels, stuff that I can donate to rescue shelters. Both of my dogs are rescue dogs from Animal House, and I've decided to donate to them too. So those are 5 different categories of people or things, like dogs or cats, that I'm collecting for a whole year, from my 33rd birthday until my 34th birthday, and maybe even beyond. But I hope to collect at least 5,466 item donations in a year. I will be happy with any amount that I get, because that is a big amount for me. The most I've collected in one party is 2,000 item donations, and that was for kids in Kenya. I believe I have another video talking about that, where there was a mission trip that originally was going to go to Kenya before COVID, but I had the party the weekend before social distancing, and they haven't gone over yet, but they have the items with the person who leads the organization in suitcases, and whenever they replan their mission trip to Kenya, they're going to bring it over, and that's a lot cheaper than mailing it. So there's that, and it's less likely to be confiscated, because I learned with the pandemic that Kenya is extremely strict with import and traveling. They were one of the first countries, at least in Africa that I know of, that banned any non-Kenyans from traveling there during the initial outbreak, which is why the mission trip was canceled. Anyways, that's enough about giving goods. This person, Chuy, Jesus of Nazareth, whatever, messages me on this and says, one of your volunteers is evil. Look at this guy's profile. And I say, why? And he says, look at his account on Facebook. And I meant to say, because he's gay. That has nothing to do with him being gay. Then let me know why he's evil. He seemed like a person who can't take no for an answer, which is funny because the whole reason Lenny hates me is because I denied him. We were friends for about a month several years ago. We hung out almost daily. He got the wrong impression, and when he tried to make his move, I rejected him. I told him that I would prefer to just stay friends because he's not my type of person. Like, I just didn't find him attractive as an individual. Anyways, so he says he just doesn't seem like the person who can't take no for an answer. So what was the no that I was told? Because all I've been exposing is Lenny's hatred and harassment and terrorizing me and my family. And now this person's making threats about the FBI. So now I'm being threatened. And then he says he's doxing this guy named Lonnie. To my understanding, doxing is where you release like phone numbers and addresses. I understand me talking about his place of employment could be considered that wrongly, because not only do I basically, his picture that I posted on other videos has him in hospital scrubs with the hat thing, even like he's in surgery or something. But you can even Google his name and it tells you that he's a surgical technician or something. I can't remember, but it's all public knowledge. And if he didn't want me to talk about his hospital, he wouldn't have told me begged me to send the screenshots. He wouldn't have said, okay, do it, please. He begged me to make this public. So again, it's not doxing. I've never encountered a case of doxing where the person who's allegedly being doxed begged for it to go public. If you beg for me to contact your employment with screenshots and you're that comfortable in your employment, then obviously you giving me permission to make them public is enough for me to make them public. Anyways, he said, I've already hashtagged the FBI on his YouTube, and I laughed at it. And here's the interesting part. I said, oh, you mean the person who injured his service dog by throwing a rock through the window at 4 a.m. in the morning? That's redundant. Because Travis wouldn't put out for Lenny? Noted. And then to skip all that, he says, yep. He agrees that Lenny Johnson was the one that threw the rock through my window. And I truly believe this person is Lenny Johnson on her burner profile. He has contacted different organizations in the past that I'm affiliated with. Not that I'm affiliated with, that I created to try to do the same thing this person is. So he says, yep. Because if you see, the only question I had here is the question about Lenny being Lenny, the one who threw a rock through his window, my window, at 4 a.m. and injured my service dog, Glacies, who had to retire shortly after. That's the only question here, and he said yep. So that is a confirmation that Lenny Johnson threw a rock through my window at 4 a.m. because I said, Lenny, yep. And the other part is, I'm sure the FBI would love to learn that a medical professional is terrorizing mentally disabled people. I already contacted UofL. I am calling HR tomorrow. I'll let them know he's having other people reach out trying to attack me. Thanks for the information. And again, I believe he said yep in response to the only question I asked him, which is this one right here, where it says, oh, you mean the person who injured his service dog by throwing a rock through his window at 4 a.m. in the morning because Travis wouldn't put out for Lenny? And the person said yep. And you can look at my other video about the email I got calling me evil, and coming for this guy's name is Chuy Nazareth. Remember, so it's a fake profile with Jesus and a dinosaur. And the person on the email that you can look at the other video that I dedicated to Chuy says the same word and contacts the same organization, Giving Goods, which again is mine. And I would never put my place of employment on social media for this exact reason. Because there is no good. Like, a business is not going to look at your Facebook and be like, oh, I want to hire you. You post memes and all that crazy stuff. Everyone does. And it's not professional. It's jokes and stuff like that. Sometimes it's warning against dangerous people right there. But it's just, I am not, first of all, I'm not hurt. I am not hurt by this. I am worried and concerned that someone of this mentality that does all of this stuff and the other stuff I posted works in a public hospital with vulnerable people in need, calling them ugly or making fun of them for having dental issues or financial issues, or saying their mother wants to wish they had them aborted, or talking about their dead grandmother who died of ALS as if that's gonna hurt my feelings. Okay, so to be honest, I am very blessed and grateful that Lenny Johnson was so reckless to post hate publicly with his face and then come back and do it days later, not even 24 hours later. It's been every single day someone has contacted me. And again, I highly doubt that he has the friends that would take the time to look up Giving Goods, the only organization or Facebook page that is attached to my profile, message them calling me evil, and then contact Giving Goods by email, which I already posted about in a video dedicated to Chuy. This video is also dedicated to Chuy, and I hope he watches this and looks into this eye right here and know that he has no power over my life. You have no power over my life. I am a blessed, protected child and slave of the Blessed Virgin Mary, Mother of God and the new creation, Our Lady, undoer of knots, the woman who crushed the head of that silly willy little snaky poo that Satanists worship. So again, I'm blessed and protected, and because I'm a child of the Virgin Mary, I am also a brother of God, Jesus Christ. He is my brother, my spiritual brother. God is my spiritual brother, because the Blessed Virgin Mary is my spiritual mother. So again, if you're watching this and you're a hater, remember I've raised 10,000 item donations in the past 5 years for different organizations. What good are you doing besides messaging me and calling me evil? I'm sure your life is really exciting. Again, I laughed at the FBI thing. And to be honest, if the FBI is watching, I genuinely want you to reach out to me. Please contact me. We will have a civil, wholesome conversation, and I really would love to tell you and show you all the screenshots and tell you all the back history of the harassment and terrorization of me and my family by Lenny Johnson Jr. He illegally pressed fake charges against me. He tried to get a restraining order on me for fake allegations that he then in court admitted weren't accurate. He made a testimony at the courthouse saying that I confronted him at his workplace and all that stuff. And when we go to court, they read the testimony, he agrees to it. My lawyer asked him if I talked to him or said anything to him or acknowledged him at the hospital when I was visiting my friend who happened to have him as a nursing aide. So Lenny said, nope, I didn't talk to him. I didn't acknowledge him. He also admitted we never dated. We were never sexual. He never spent the night at my house. We were never intimate. There are other things. Oh, he also said I was using fake profiles, but then said that the profiles had my pictures. And then what he didn't mention is that he himself made fake profiles, used the N-word to himself in the fake profile, and then said it was me. You can make fake Grindr profiles and do that. All you need is 2 devices, and I'm pretty sure someone like him who works at a hospital can afford 2 devices. And that, with all this with all these messages from haters, really tells me and reinforces that is what happened those many years ago when he tried to get me canceled, saying that I'm racist, when the majority of my friends and acquaintances are of color, whether black or brown. They're not white. I have some white friends from childhood, but not currently, like not new friends. Anyways, not going into that. I'm not trying to explain myself and say that I'm not racist. If you want to believe I'm racist, believe it. People have, since Lenny made those fake profiles and slandered my name. There was no proof of that, so obviously there's no legal case. If you are out there and you're a lawyer and you believe I'm wrong, that I can press legal charges, please reach out, and my mommy and daddy will pay for you to do this lawyer work. Because again, harassment and terrorization of my mother and myself and friends have gotten messages too. So they're really trying, and again, they can't hurt me unless they come and hurt me physically, which again, if I'm persecuted for being a righteous, just person, then I'm going to be blessed. That heaven will be mine. I will be a part of heaven whenever I die. If they martyr me, amen. Hail Mary. I'll have the baptism of blood, and I'll be entered into paradise immediately. So all this hatred for being Catholic and coming forward about the abuse, which is just and righteous, that is giving me grace and holiness. Putting up with this hatred gives me grace and holiness. So again, I just want to say thank you, Chuy, for giving me more evidence